Good evening, hello everybody, and welcome to OTL Racing here on Twitch for another evening of Project Cars 2 on Xbox One. We are here at Fuji for our Radical SR3-RS League, round number 2. And yeah, it should be a very interesting evening, not the easiest circuit in these cars for sure. Everyone is already in the lobby and waiting, so I'll give them the go ahead and we can get started. Now, don't expect this to last all evening. The last few times on Xbox, the streams have died. No idea why. Been troubleshooting, not worked out yet. So yeah, that's going well. But hopefully we'll work it out sooner rather than later. But yes, we'll see. Hope you're all well though. So fingers crossed we'll be here for the whole evening. We'll get all 3 races in. But yeah, if it dies, especially if it dies early on, I think we'll probably leave it and I'll keep troubleshooting. Very weird, not had any issues till recently, so Lord only knows, might be the Xbox dying. But yeah, we will see. Hopefully that's not the case. If so, might have to hold on for one of those new £250 Xboxes. Go for one of those as a replacement. Probably not the worst idea in the world. So yes, Fuji, interesting circuit. 2 reserve drivers in tonight. There we go, we have 12. But we have 2 unable to make it tonight. Jerry Meister, the Hungarian, and we have Jay Higg not able to make it. So 1 time is in for Jay Higg. And AJW Racing is in for Jerry Meister. So hopefully they will do well. 3 not able to qualify in race number 1. And those are Chaos Theory. There we are, Mr. Fish, we saw popping out and back in again so we can monitor the session. And Wizard U, those guys topping the standings after week number 1. The podium for all 3 races last week was exactly the same. 1, 2 and 3. The Chaos won all 3 races. Mr. Fish finished second in all 3 races. And Wizard U getting the final step on the podium in all 3 races. The rest of them were muddled up, but those top 3 consistent in every single race. That was at Silverstone International. But yes, Fuji this evening. Very, very different kettle of fish that is. Huge straight. Goes on for all eternity. 16 corners, some quick, some slow. Difficult last sector. Yeah, not the easiest circuit. Interesting corner names as well. Just come around Dunlop corner, so that's the R, just after 300R. That's turn 10, 11 and 12 in quick succession. So you have to give it some around this track. Evening time, evening chaos as well, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Good luck this evening to both of you. They're not the easiest track. Did do a little bit of driving in there yesterday just to get a bit of a feel. Yeah, like Fish, there's F for turn 1. That could easily be the way. As I said, very long straight. I believe this straight here, I think I read that it's nearly a mile long. So yeah, so you're talking what, nearly 1,600 metres. So it goes on for a little while, especially when you're not in one of the quickest cars. It can feel like it takes some time. You're very much thinking, oh, we're nearly there yet. Yeah, it's a fun circuit. When you've got it dialed in, it feels lovely. We'll stand board with Willie for more of this lap. Horrendous noise these makes. To be honest, they sound better when you're driving them. About halfway through the lap now. They're looking decent as well so far. But looking fairly strong. I think Chaos Theory, as always, will be the man we look for in this race. Generally a reliable bet for quickest man on track, especially in these. Streaming in a slightly lower resolution this week, so if it's still been blocky and having weird issues, then that's Lord only knows, frankly. Okay, so yeah, Yoda and he gets to... He does get to qualify. I mean, you can tell him that. He's able to pop out and set a time. I'm sure he knows that already, but... And there we go, 1:42.321. Captain Crampy pops up just ahead of him. Under a tenth though, very, very close between the two. You can see that's the car just behind him on track, so it's been following him around for a little bit. Bungs with not a bad time there. Yoda just about to set a time, sitting on the end of the pit lane there just to let the cars pass. That's good stuff, good race awareness, or track awareness rather. Yeah, oh, Yoda's eating, fair enough. Getting his nom on, getting his munchies down him. Yeah, sometimes you do find people, even at 8 o'clock, different communities race at different times. Some race earlier, some race later. I find that 8 p.m. has always been a decent shout for a lot of people with kids. You know, getting in from work, get the kids to bed, have something to eat. Gives everybody a chance to get a bit of racing in Steeler, I think. It's always worked well for us. You know, 1 or 2 people here or there doesn't quite work for, but for us it's okay. We can't complain too much. Well, but let's go on board with... So I'm board with Captain Crampy for a little bit actually. He might have just sat back on this lap, give himself a bit of him for another go. Final corner, it looks strong. He's always been decent in these. There's Crampy. Going up to the line now. What can he do? They're currently sitting on pole. Be interesting to see if he loses that very briefly. No, he does not. So I don't think... Oh, he does there. So, well, he goes about a second ahead now. Captain Crampy only increases his time by about 3/10. So we'll leave it for 1:41.2 up to provisional pole. Superb lap. Oh, we've lost someone there. Who was that? Who was that? That was... Who did we lose there? Castro, so Mr. Fish is still there. Hawes is still there. B-Stack is still there. Bungs is still there. Yep, can't work that one out. The official will be able to tell me. Oh, it was Yoda. Okay, well, the last one I was out to check. Literally the last one. Oh, that's a bummer. Hopefully he gets in. He's got about 30 seconds to hop back in the lobby, or otherwise he'll have to miss race 1. That's a good thing about this format. You do get to... If you miss race 1, at least you're able to jump in for race 2. Let's go on board with 1 time 73, as I said. Cover driver for tonight. Evening, Nugget. Good evening, sir. Are you warm? I'm warm. Running around like a lunatic today, so that doesn't really help. Hello, lovely stuff. I'm fully expecting the stream to crash at some point anyways. It really should have no trouble streaming the resolution stuff we are at the moment, but we'll see. Evening, George. Yeah, they're good fun, these. Not quite as good as the Palmer Jaguar on Project Cars 1, if you ask me. Those things were a bit light, but they were superb. He is, I believe, Jay Hickey is. He's reserving for someone. Oh, he's up to second as well. That's a cracking lap. Let's go with a quick check. He is, yeah. 1 time is covering for you, and AJ is coming for Jerry Meister. So yes, your reserve driver in second at the moment, doing fairly well. Colour you pleased. You know, these are good. These kind of cars, pretty fun to drive quickly. They're a bit of a pain in the backside, especially with this sort of drivers in this league. Yeah. It was AJ's fault. Maybe it's a safer reserve driver if I go for the other driver. Yeah, that man's always thinking on his feet. It's fair play. Yeah, no worries, Jay Higg. No worries. You've been nothing but reliable up to this point, so we know you know people that you can trust for they're not making stuff up and not taking the mick. Don't worry, you're someone we trust, so not a problem with the taking my regular site. But Mrs. says apparently that's not a holiday. no, get some time, get some rest, mate. Have a good time, chill out, enjoy your holiday, and then yeah, you can jump back next week. Where are we next week in this league? We are at to be honest, make it a 2-week holiday. Sod it, why not? Oh, he's just testing the well, first stuff I'd imagine. Willie up into pole, 141.2 still. But up into pole, keeping his pole rather. Evening, Luigi, evening. Yes, Long Beach. Johnny with the breaking the bad news there. Yes, Long Beach. That's what you get to come back from your holiday to. So, yeah, enjoy that, J Hig. As I said, maybe make it a fortnight. D-Stack up into second position. Cracking that from him there. 3.5 tenths back. So, are we going to see some positions changing? Captain Crampy's just over 6.5 tenths off of the pole. Back and forth at the moment. Willie. Yep, still going. Still out on track. Kicking it round. See what he can do. That lap time, Willie set fairly early on in quali. No one getting anywhere near it yet. Yoda is back in, so I'm not sure if this is a hot lap. He might be able to set a time. If it's an out lap, then he'll just have to use that as practice. Hall's about to cross the line. That'll be his qualifying done. Always annoying when the timing goes like that for you, but yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, he is a little bit off the pace tonight at the moment, but we do know he struggled with a few force feedback issues last week, so we'll see. Hopefully that's improved this week for him. Got Tam in 7th, 2.1 back, just behind AJ. Those two need to push on still. See AJ here. It's covering for Jerry Meister. NWS Bungs as well. When someone doesn't refer to me as Matt. I'm assuming that's me. Yes. They've only been able to hop on online just before the stream, sort stuff out, and then hop straight on here. So yeah, I'll be in the chair after. Mine will be immediately after. I'll probably go stretch my back and my legs and stuff because it kills me sitting in this chair. Lungs not improving. But then, yeah, I'll be in not long after. Evening Lotus. Not a problem, mate. That's all you want, dude. Oh dear, that sounds... that sounds ominous. with your medical history. I appreciate the sub, mate. Really do. And yeah, I hope you're okay. But no, not a problem, man. You look all you want. Oh, okay. Colour me intrigued. If Lego says, ooh, that's going to be a scar, you're like, oh, now I'm curious. Oh, I want to see. I'll look later, not now. Evening, AJ. Good luck, dude. Good luck, sir. Not a bad time, actually, to be honest. These are not easy. There we go, Willie, with a really good pole position there. 1:41.279. Take advantage of Wizard U, Chaos Theory, and Mr. Fish not being able to qualify. Oh, 100 and something staples later. Oof. Oh, good luck, Logie. You're about to get a novel. Oh no, has that crashed? That's crashed already, isn't it? Has it? No, it hasn't. It's just me being thick. Never mind, carry on. The bit of blurriness around the cars, I thought that normally because it crashed. But no, everything's fine. Just having a panic, it's fine. God, they're loud. Right, 3 red lights, they're all ready to go. Oh, that was not held for very long either. I don't think there were any jump starts there. Really was good. AJ in the mid-pack, everyone getting a solid start, it looked like. It's a very close battle straight away early on. So hopefully turn 1 won't be the crash fest we are worried it might be. Let's just wince and just cross our fingers. I think everyone's got round okay. Willie has got a superb start. Look at that. That's a cracking lead already, up to nearly a second. Yoda up to second, so we did get a good time in and has had a cracking start. So well done to Yoda there. Made the most of what was nearly a bad situation. Look at that do there of a zip. Oh yeah, I've been tempted to do that before, like. I've always thought that would be quite mega. Picture of a scar on a scar or a zip, yeah, something like that. Play on the situation. Yoda up to second, but 1.2 seconds back already. So Yoda with a cracking getaway at the start of the race. Saying that, Chaos Theory, look at that, he's up to 5th. Started, I think it was 3rd from last. We started in 10th. Up to 5th already, halfway through lap number 1. Oh, that's going to be a missed braking point. Yeah, saw that one coming a long way back. So I think he's just missed his braking there. And yeah, that was going to be a crash. all day long, with it just depending who he hit and how he hit them. So actually, in the end, it wasn't as big as it could have been. But yes, don't know if we'll get reported for that or not. Genuine mistake, I'm sure, not a dirty dive bomb. He's tried to avoid the car just in front. Oh, did he? Oh dear. Well, can you go to a range so you can have dialysis? Oh right, dearie dear. You poor old thing, Lois. I was thinking about you recently, ma'am. I haven't seen you in any of the streams for a little while. Not that, I mean, for my own reasons, there's been a scarcity of streams for the last, until recently, up until about a couple of weeks ago, there's been a scarcity of streams for a good few weeks. So, yes, I was wondering as well where you might be, and obviously you're worried about your health stuff. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're doing all right, ma'am. Oh, where's you? Get very close to the back of that car in front. Carl Theory. Biff just behind Captain Crampy. He wants to make his way past him. He knows he wants to push on towards the front. I mean, it's pretty bad. To be fair, Sharpie, they put it in everything, so that is pretty rubbish. It's like, I can't have that. Why? It's got milk in it. How's that got milk in it? And then you look and it's like, bloody Nora, it has as well. So yeah, no, I think I feel for you it's just as badly, Sharpie. That would drive me... I mean, I've got my own issues on that front, but not like that. And is it technically... I mean... No, I'm not going to go into that. I was going to get into the technical science side of that leg, but let's not. I wish. I mean, my problems, I wish that... Oh, I wish like this. Mine aren't. Chance to be a fine thing. No, mental health, unfortunately, on my front. But I'm doing alright. But the first one tried me up with that. Oh yeah, I love that. It's a great one. Oh dear, I'm going to leave that one to the chat, I think. One stop, unfortunately, off the back, so he's a bit of an issue. Easy to ditch it round here, let's be honest. It's not the easiest track. Let's go up top, though. Yoda in second, and saying that, D-Stack right behind him. So D-Stack's showing a good amount of pace this week, so he wasn't quite really there last week. 11th, 10th and 6th, but really, I mean, he's got a bit more practice, or he just fancies this car around this track. Yeah, first man to try milk. It's like, should I? No. Should I put them after? No. Should I put... Oh, sod it. When in Rome. Especially if it was a Roman. That'd be amazing. So, there we go. Really not able to hold him off for very long at all. Yoda up into the lead. So that was a cracking first couple of laps of him. Didn't take him long at all. Let's go a bit wide though. Oh, makes a mistake. That just kicks him off, so he'll have to recover that nicely. Rejoins at a nice shallow angle, tries to not rejoin on the grass because that car is not going to like that. Can we try this? It's great. £5–10 if you can keep this down. Yeah, I grim in it like this. It's not great, but we soldier on. Makes us what we are, kind of thing. Oh, and that's a missed braking ball by Yoda. Yep, D-Stack's going to love that. Yoda will get off the pedal. Luckily, those two incidents we've seen there haven't crashed them. They've just they haven't spun them around, which is easy to do in these. One of very few actual crashes I've caused in OTL races was in this car. So yeah, easily doable. Trust me, I can give you that from first-person account. Oh, sorry, your Gary tried this, it's great, it's made me chuckle in my head. I read it again and yeah. What is it? Just taste it, see. No, really, no, where did it come from? No, just have a bit and see what it's like. Yeah, that's not bad. Where's it from? Well, it's from there. Spits it out. I'm imagining that's roughly how that goes. So, anyways, let's come to the racing because I'm ignoring. You're seeing the moves, but I'm not really commenting on them much. So, D-Stack now having to hold on to second. Yoda's gone from first all the way back to third due to that off track about half a lap ago. No, really, it's great. It's good for you, apparently. Yeah, but they would say that, you know. So gives him a chance to Willie, though, to stretch the lead away again. Carrosseri, just noticed, up in fourth. So, up with this crowd for second. Obviously, the top two of this fight will not qualify for race number 2, whereas the person who finishes in fourth will get to qualify for race number 2 this evening. Oh, look, that's a fine thing. Look at that. That's when no one pumps the back of another car around that corner. And Dunlop. So that Yoda does have a penalty. Let's have a quick check what that is. Timing sprint. 2 seconds. So, yeah, that currently chucks him back into 4th. Doesn't want to get any more though, otherwise he'll go back behind Captain Crampy. Tam as well with the penalty. Really not miles ahead. Jody pushing forward again. He's catching up. So these guys will want to get in that slipstream. Pretty evil slipstream in these cars. Once you get out of that slipstream, you suffer humongously. You can see there, Carosseria has got such a pull. Let's see how loud this is. So yeah, look at the pull he's getting from that car in front. Doesn't really want to pull out until as late as he can. He might just about get a slipstream from those cars up ahead as well. I think he probably does. It's about 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds. I think once you hit 1.5, then you break the toe, and yeah, it can be an absolute nightmare to stay on with the cars in front. They're still nice and close together, all 3 of them. So top 4 all fighting out for the lead at the moment. Yoda having a look up the inside. That time penalty will cost him, so he's going to have to be careful. Don't want to ruin anyone's race by going for those dive bombs with the nose up the inside. Hopefully he'll keep it nice and clean, because he'll know with that 2-second penalty that obviously unless he can get 2 seconds clear, he won't be winning the race. So hopefully he'll keep it nice and clean. Had a few bits and bobs here and there before, Yoda, but he's always been willing to learn. Very new to sim racing compared to everybody else, but has been rapid from day one, which has been superbly impressive. Yeah, he's always getting better. Goes up the inside there, a really little tap on him. I'm not sure there was too much wrong there, unless, I don't know, he might be letting him past actually. Yeah, I think he's letting him back past, it's fair enough. It's a difficult corner that though, because the car on the left has to go for that apex. Yeah, they aren't the easiest. To go, like, to try and be really quick in these is quite hard. It's a risky old technique. So yeah, top 4 still within a second. And they're going to have one more lap till they come around to start their final lap, sorry. Oh, Carosseria getting too close to the car in front. Oh, he's saved that really nicely actually, but D-Stack is going to be all over him then. So D-Stack currently 4th, could be 2nd by the end of this straight. He probably wants to slot in, he didn't fancy it though. I'd be getting the slipstream if I were him. Yeah, I think he's realised they're a bit late, but look at that slipstream. So 1st, 2nd and 3rd basically touching bumpers, going 3 wide, because that always ends well. Not really on the inside. No, we haven't. Well, we did, but they were 3 wide. I went to click on him and he moved. How dare he? So Yoda in the lead, but as I said, 2-second penalty, so he will not keep that lead unless he pulls a 2-second lead. Willie Blackhammer, Carosseria and D-Stack then fighting for the victory. Pretty sure D-Stack, this would be his inaugural OTL League race win. It's a superb drive from him so far, and he's doing the shout. He's only 4/10 off of the provisional leader. Saying that, Yoda's pulled up nearly a 2nd lead. Got half a lap to really nail it. Pull that lead out to a full 2 seconds. Let's double check that is still 2 seconds. It is. So as long as he doesn't pick up any more penalties, that will be the lead he needs to keep. 1.2 seconds nearly, but these guys behind him just need to not make any mistakes, but not drive too conservatively, because if they do, then there's a chance that Yoda might actually take the race win despite that penalty, which would be a cracking achievement. But he's not putting away enough so far. Sorry to the guys behind. I'm sure you're having some great fighting, but we've got to sort of follow this. This leads through to its conclusion. The Yoda come around the final corner, slightly awkward final corner. So he'll win on the track, but I do not believe he will have enough of a gap to take the victory. Carosseria though, he's stretched out quite a lot in the last couple of laps, the last lap, sorry. So actually D-Stack, I think, yeah, he will. Let's see, so Yoda comes over the line, he'll get 2-second penalties, so he might actually still only take 2nd, he might only drop the 1 position. We just lost someone there, who was that? I have to find who that was afterwards, but Yoda's still here, so Yoda drops down to 4th after his penalty, apparently. Let's have a look, yeah, 2 seconds, so he did drop down further than I thought. Chaos taking the win though, Willie Blackhammer 2nd, D-Stack with a podium, superb drive from him now, very, very well done. Yoda in 4th, so he's the first of the drivers that qualify for the next race. Captain Crampy, Mr. Fish, AJW Racing, and Bungs running out the top 8, and then we have Hawes, we have 1 stop, and we have Mr. Wizard U at the back, just didn't quite work for him this evening. Very, very quick driver, just, yeah, didn't quite gel for him tonight in that first race. See what he can do in the next race though. So who did we lose though? Who did we lose? I mean, you think I'd figure this out quicker, but is it Tam? No, Tam's. Yeah, no, Tam retired but right at the end, it would seem. So I'm assuming he stacked it big time styly. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But that's a shame because it means you get 0 points as opposed to some points. It is what it is though. So well done, Chaos. So Chaos, Willie, and D Stack sitting out. Qualifying for race number 2, GTR Yoda dropping back to 4th, so he gets to qualify even though he crossed the line first. There's some good driving there, some good racing, so I'll be fascinated to see how race number 2 goes. And the stream hasn't crashed yet, so progress. That's one race, so that's better than I thought we might get, which was 0 races. I think I got about 5-10 minutes last week, so we're improving. We're getting there. I mean, God knows why. The setup's exactly the same, but tests didn't really seem to prove anything. So, yeah, go again and see if there's another problem. If there is, then we go from there. But yes, all good so far. So, ready up straight for race number 2. They are all still here. Lovely stuff. I'm ready. Let's wait for those to all sort themselves out and we can get going for second race. Yeah, Long Beach and a missed braking point at turn 1 is it's a guaranteed carnage. You just don't know what carnage. Effectively, you know everything's going to be broken at the end. If someone misses a braking point, everything's going to be broken at the end, but you just don't know who or where. You know, there's going to be a mess. There's going to be bits of car. That's kind of a given. Sharpie can confirm that. I think his was IndyCar around Long Beach, but still, he slightly missed a braking point, and yes, the less spoken about that incident, the better. Don't think it was in the league race though, was it? Which was a relief. It's a Sharpie, I'm sure. But yeah, when he crashes, he does it properly. There we are, all 12 are there. We'll see if he pop out and pop straight back in again. Those 3 that are not able to qualify. So Yoda, once he pops out. So there we go. So Wizard Jew is out on track. So he struggled with that first race. So we know he's got good pace, just not found it so far. Yoda, nope, he's still in the pits. He can leave the pits though. He'll have to. I'm sure he'll remember that. Might have finished first on track, but that is not where he was classified in the end. Let's go on board with Mr. Fish for a little bit. Yes, I hope you're doing alright in this heat. It's not too horrific. Could be hotter. Let's be honest. It could be worse than this. Yeah, it was a good race. That was good fun to watch. There's some cracking racing going on. But yeah, not the easiest car to really push. So I did have a little bit of a practice, see what it felt like, but sweaty bit. Just yeah. Especially I have to turn my fan away because otherwise it would be all noisy on the screen. It would sound like this. You probably can't hear it over the cars, frankly. I could probably get away with it, but I can't be doing that. It's the Chaos Theory. Well, you rode across the line first, Jagged, but... oh right, yeah, so 2 you're talking about. Fair enough. Sorry, I was like, is it what he was watching? Okay, I'll go from... Oh, lovely. Oh, well done, Johnny. Yeah, I'm with you now. As I said, long day and I'm very hot. My brain's... And I had really awful sleep yesterday, so... Not operating... Oh dear, see, that just proving my own point there. Not operating at my optimum. Close enough. I got there in the end. No time's in yet. So 1 minute 40 odd lap. You do have to wait a little while. Oh, there's a car facing not quite in the right direction. Is that Buns? No, it wasn't. It was. There we go. Mr. Hawes getting that car turned round. Yeah, I know he struggled with the feel of the car. But so far. What do you mean it's got weird? It's always weird, Ed. Track starts weird. Well, it's when the track's normal leg that you start panicking. Ah, good. I'm glad to see Crabby doing well. I said he was great in the. He's been great in the. I missed the. Yeah. Oh, the weird night voice chats in Discord. Yeah, don't worry, you're missing. You're not missing anything interesting. Oh dear. Yeah, I can promise you that, D-Stat. Unfortunately. No, when Crabby did the first. The first here in previous seasons, he did pretty well. He just couldn't quite hook it together in the races, but actually was. I mean, he had the pace, so I think Tier 2 works really nicely for him. I think a couple of different tiers. And Mr. Fish currently at the top of the tree, a 41.6. Keep your eye on Captain Crampy. Let's see how he does. I only remembered at the bottom of the hill as I was broken. Oh yeah, he's like no. Oh, is he? You know, if I'd have not known how old Joe was now, I'd now think he was like 12. Yeah, no, but Willie, yeah, no, you and normal, not a chance, Willie, not a chance. Don't naughty. Encouraging them is the last. Yeah. It takes one to know one, I think is the saying, isn't it? Besides one of the also like everything as well. He will be not long afterwards. He's very briefly heavier and a lot lighter. That's definitely how lactose intolerance works. And really thirsty, I'd imagine. Really dehydrated. The mature nature of these chats. Absolute prime sim racing content. Well, I've got a weight loss problem. The problem is I don't lose weight. Mostly due to the rubbish I eat, but still. Those are just minor details. So Fish holding on to that pole very nicely. Yoda not set a lap time. I mean, let's go and actually have a look at Yoda. Where is he on track? That's not Yoda. Thanks, game. Don't know why I changed the cockpit there. There we go. We got there in the end. Seafood, yeah. Yes. Seafood diet. Seafood. And then I eat it. It's gone. That's gone now as well. Ah, it's not good, man. I mean, it's great at the time. It's just, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I work from home as well, so that doesn't help. Really close. Look at that. 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th are less than a 10th between them. The wonderful Mr. Fish, though. No one's catching him at the moment. 41.6. Be very happy with that time. Get stronger as the night goes on. As I said, got 2 hands, 1. Oh dear, for 2 miles. Faster than I already am. Someone using all of the road there. I think that was Buns. There it was. Mr. Fish might get a little bit of a slipstream here. It looks like it's Captain Crampy just in front of him. It is. Crampy will cross the line soon, eventually. Flipping straight, and Oh, he improved to second. Mr. Fish says, thank you very much for that 4/10 of a second drag down the straight. I'll have all of that, thank you. So Captain Crampy up to second. Oh, let's get Fish go. Fair play. But yeah, very good that from Captain Crampy. Pops ahead of Bungs, Wizard, Yoda, and now as well one stop in 6th position. All very close between them. As I said, less than a tenth between 4 of them. You do see some very thin ones, to be fair, Johnny, but it's not me. I think Fish is a fairly slender fella. I think he looks after himself. Well, I'll say he looks after himself. I don't know. He might prove me wrong there. Oh, Bung's going round. Yeah, you can see a few of them just having a few issues with keeping the grip, and they are easy to turn around like that, to be fair, as he has just proven. Crampy's still going. Mr. Fish. Oh, sorry, Yoda. I just went to click on Mr. Fish, and Yoda popped over the line, suddenly popped into first. So there we go. A 1:41, 1:22. So we've got one more lap. 1 minute 30 left now. So 41.1 being the best lap, but yeah, it's pretty close still in the midfield. Mr. Fish, where is he? So not far. So he's around the final corner now. So floor it as early as you can. Get down to that line. Quick sharp. I say quick sharp. It will still take an eternity to get there. Horrible start finish this. You just stare at it for donkeys and just hold the throttle down, point it, and make sure you don't do a stupid bad gear change. What you do for a bit of slipstream, though, I'm sure. Car behind will thank him. I think that's Crampy. Both of those have out laps effectively that lap, I think. Could be good. Could be good, D-Stack. But yeah, oh, you've got a lot to live up to now. You can't pretend you haven't got pace in these. So no, so that's him done. So you cannot nick that pole time back. Yoda might actually get one more lap. Yeah, 14 seconds. He should get one more time round, I think. Does he improve? 41.122. Second and third in the pits. They will not be trying to beat him. The only two anywhere near him. Oh dear, takes another 0.6 of a second off of it. Ouch. So that's a pretty resounding time. Well done there, Yoda. 40.586. Saying that. He will go for one more lap. So yeah, just double checking he did cross before the 0. Yoda into the fence called it. You're charming. No, you behave, Willie. You've got to drive like a good boy. Buns, Wizard, you one stop, all pretty close though in that mid pack. Captain Crampy as well in third isn't safe. Bungs though is done. They're on board with Wizard, you. Oh, you look be nice. No bullying. So final corner, only 3 of them out on track, Wizard, Yoda and AJ. Cut out of the sound there for randomly for no reason. So let's see. Oh, so I call him one stop. I've never been in a one stop, we haven't got one, yeah, don't know. Just ignore me. I'm sure people usually do, just ignore me. And Yoda, I'm assuming, probably wasn't going faster on that lap, so that's him done. So there we go. Let's see the times Yoda, the brilliant 140.586. Let's see, you can see it actually makes up so much time in those first 2 sectors. It's actually slower on the last sector than a few of the other cars on track. There we go, let's get those all on screen for later on. Oh, I am roasting something chronic here. So there we are, Yoda, Mr. Fish and Crampy. Your top 3 one time. Thank you, one time 73. On 4th spot, so we'll be on the 2nd row. Bungs and Wizard U behind him on row 3. AJW Racing and Hawes 7th and 8th. Tam and D-Stack 9th and 10th. Obviously D-Stack, Willie and Chaos. Not qualifying. Oh, have you just anyone noticed the stop sign down in the bottom right of the screen? I wonder if that's there if I go to the cockpit camera. I've got to have a look. Oh, I don't think it is. That's a shame. Very weird. You can see it here though. 3 red lights are up. Oh, and they're off, but we have 3 jump starts. So Captain Crampy, Bungs and AJ. The race is pretty much run before it started, unfortunately. Did Yoda get off the line cleanly? He did. So Yoda, all that is saying that, Mr. Fish. So yes, that probably did come slightly shorter than we'd liked it to have done. So Yoda in the lead after turn 1, car in the wall, or 2 cars in the wall. So who is that? That is, I think, Willie Blackhammer is one of them. It is, and Tam. Oh, Tam is the other one. The red car is can't big Tam. Willie's got a few seconds to catch up now. He'll have to push some. No, we've already lost someone. So that was Tam, unfortunately. Not done thing though, so there will be penalties for that. As much as I don't like doing that, it's in the rules. So not have people just quit. I've been in a crash first race, first corner and quitting. Oh, and saying that, car upside down in the background, so that's gone well. That's D-Stack. Has he got a reset button? Oh yeah, he has, or luckily he's flipped onto his wheels, but that's not gone well. Get it turned round and he keeps it going, so he'll continue, I hope, as he should. Still points to be had, they all add up. So Yoda at the front now, 1.6 seconds to this. Quickly have a look at the timing screen. Yeah, 20-second penalties for all 3 of them, AJ, Bungs and Crampy. So just being not patient enough at the start. And the game wasn't very pleased with that, and yeah, Wax 20-second penalties on all 3 of them. Look at that pack behind now. Bit of a swarm of cars. Third. You can see they're actually on board with Mr. Fish just behind there. So that is Captain Crampy in second. At the front of this pack, we've got Mr. Fish here, but he's got one time he's got Wizard U just in front. Chaos Theory, Bungs right in behind. You can see Willie Blackhammer in the background there, so he's got a bit of ground to catch up now. Fish going wide though, so he's yeah, making those mistakes everyone else is as well tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more of those from other drivers. He's back into 7th now, Willie not far off the back of him, so you're already opening up a 2.5 second lead, and obviously the car in second with a whacking great penalty, so that won't matter unless that gets taken off at the end. An interesting driving all of a sudden. Looked quite good in race 1, I'll be honest, some of the driving so far in this race has looked fairly poor. So hopefully they'll get their act together and stop taking the mick, because it's not looked particularly good so far. They just be holding the standards they did in the first race. Apart from the odd little couple of taps we saw, there's been some silly incidents so far. Hopefully it's just been cars spinning in front of each other or tapping each other like that. Yeah, no, he retired on the previous race right towards the end, and he's just retired right after that incident, like early on that one of this race. One time with Crampy round the outside. Crampy having it round. No, he can't. So one time up into just rolling hazard. If they're feeling that bad, you're struggling that badly with them, then, mate. That gone that badly. I know these are some that. I mean, there's a slim chance. I think the game might be struggling with a lobby of 12 with these. I don't know, because there's certain cars once you get over 10, generally high downforce cars. But I think we've run these before and not had that problem. So you would hope that isn't an issue, but. I know there have been a few reports of some odd problems. We obviously know this game has the odd issue as well. very close and crampy down on the back of one time. It didn't go too long, so it was all okay. Back to Mr. Fish, who's the next car after one time who hasn't got a 20-second penalty. End of lap number 3, halfway through this race. Yeah, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it can be having to set the wheel up kind of thing, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, not the easiest. Yeah, they are the kind of car where if you're really struggling, the gap is huge. Like if they're, because you have to really be on it and nailed to the track, and yeah. So I'll have a chat with Fish afterwards, Tams. So we'll have a chat with him after and we'll work it out. Yoda pulling away beautifully here, 3.5 second lead already, 141.2 on the last lap, so really good pace. Quite a few in the 141s, but not quite up to his speed. But have a think. So we don't have to panic and do anything tonight. Have a think about it. We'll get a chat with Fish and stuff, and yeah, see what's the best thing to do. So up to 4.2 seconds now. That lead for Yoda at the front. Just over 3 minutes remaining now, so 2 more laps. 4.5 seconds to lead for Yoda. Fish though trying to hold off Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory fancying a bit of that action though. Goes down the outside. Mr. Fish going down the centre of the track. It's a weird one though. I know it's a tough one with these cars. As I said, we're not sure if there's an issue with the amount of cars with these we have with these in the league. It shouldn't do with the tests, but there is always still the chance. But there may be some issues caused by that. Unfortunately, just sometimes, just for one of the compromises, unfortunately, you have to make with this game on console. You know, it is what it is. Oh, and there we go again. Oh, now I've got cars not facing the way he wants it to, and that's going to need help over. Oh, no, so unless he's got a reset button. No, I don't think he does. Unfortunate for him. But they are, yeah, they're flippable. As you can see around here, they are definitely flippable. I don't know if that was contact from another car or if it was just a solo pirouette, but yeah, these cars are rough. I think it would have finished, well, it would have been one of the few at the back due to the penalties, but that's a bummer. Just 1.5 minutes to go now. Yoda off in the lead. You can see his lead now, 4.6 seconds back to. At one time, let's look at his penalty. So it's 2 seconds for him. So actually, his lead is effectively 6.5 seconds at the moment. So couldn't be driving much better if he tried. But there's not too much of a fight going back here now. Let's go back on board though with Willie Blackhammer, Mr. Fish, 5th and 6th, the league admins themselves. So hopefully they'll be nice to each other. Numbers 1 and 2 cars. Yeah, one time might push back towards these in terms of after his penalties, but all depends on how he fares on this final lap. Well, Yoda having a penalty now as well, though. It should just be a small penalty. Yep, 2 seconds, so obviously he's pushing. Like these two are, still trying to fight. Mr. Fish looking up the inside. Willie's going to try and hang it around. The outside doesn't work. Fish closes off that angle. So Willie behind now. Yoda coming down towards the line will take the win. Well done to you, Yoda. Superb driving. One time as well will take second. He'll be very, very happy with that. Chaos Theory in third. Wizard U will take fourth. Mr. Fish though, and Willie Blackhammer. Very wide from Fish, but he keeps it on track, so he should be good. There will be a slipstream. Fair bit of slipstream here for Willie Blackhammer though. And of all the cars that get the slipstream and all the circuits with the straight we've got this long, he could make something of this. Fish still on for fifth. Will Chaos Theory be able to put alongside? I don't think he might do. This is going to be very, very close by the line. I think Fish still holds on by about half a tenth. That was insanely close. Well done to those two. Bungs finishes coming home in 7th. AJ in 8th. So we've got D-Stack home in 9th. And then Hawes behind them in 10th position. But it's not the easiest, not the best race for everyone, but they get it round. There we go, Yoda with the win by 4.7 seconds after it. In the end, he had the same penalty as one time. Chaos Theory with the podium though, so he sits out qualifying for the third race along with one time and Yoda. Wizard U, Mr. Fish, Willie Blackhammer, D-Stack, Hawes, Bungs, AJ and Captain Crampy all get to qualify though. Well, Crampy unfortunately being put on his back like a turtle. Couldn't really get out of that, so quite a few of us don't have restart button maps when you're over. Then that is you done, unfortunately. So, yeah, massively gutting. Going alright, it's pretty decent in these to be honest. But yeah, a bit gutting that it went that way for him. But yeah, well done to Yoda. Another superb drive. Yeah, that one was busier than race number 1. I'll be honest, I'd have preferred it to be a bit more like race number 1. Yeah, a bit of a messy race compared to race 1, but still some really good action. Even take it easy. How you doing? Yeah, at least we've had no crashes tonight, which is like in terms of my tech. We've had some crashes on track. We definitely had some crashes on the circuit, but no, at least we've had. At least we've had nearly an hour of streaming and it not broke, which is at least some kind of progress compared to the last few weeks. I've been trying to get going with this flipping Xbox. So yeah, hopefully it's just some weird tech issues because, as I said, it's been absolutely fine tonight. So I think Lord only knows, frankly. Lord only knows. Right, so chaps, unfortunately, I think I have to finish it there for tonight. Yeah, but it's got the first 2 races in, so tech didn't break. That's good. Unfortunately, I have. So, unfortunately, I'm going to need to come off and yes, get out of here before I ruin their lobby. Yeah, I'll be unfortunately having to drop out early. But at least we've got an hour in of fine streaming. Good two good races in, 2 good events there in the Radicals. Yeah, cheers. Sorry about that, Chaos. Yeah, hope good luck in the third race. But hey, at least the game didn't kick me out and freeze and break the stream and everything. So plus points. Yeah, cheers, Tam. Cheers, AJ. Yeah, good luck in the race. Apart from you, Tam, because you're probably not going to be in it, I'm guessing. But you get what I mean. Yeah, take it easy. Yeah, that was Super 60 was great. I mean, Scott did that on PC, didn't he, on the Mondays, and unbelievable work he put into that with the different bits and bobs. That was great fun, as well as the RX lights he did with all the Joker laps. Superb. Absolutely superb. Yeah, Scott did an unbelievable job. We're very lucky with all the admins we've got running leagues, frankly. Very, very, very fortunate. Fish and Willie for this. TC Right. Let's get that right again. TC White Rider and I think it's Scott P on PS4. We've got Sharpie doing all of the ACC stuff on a Sunday and endurance events. And he does just an unbelievable job on everything like that. Very lucky. We've got Martin Webb and Mr. Fish doing a bit of race for him now. Martin Webb and Mr. Fish and Willie doing Tuesdays, and they're now doing a bit of AMS2 on the Mondays. So now we're a very, very lucky bunch. I can't stress how fortunate we are. I'm sure I'll be honest. I think we have one of the best admin teams out there, and that's only going to be growing very shortly as well. So yeah, absolutely. Hashtag blessed, just to annoy Sharpie. So yeah, very, very lucky indeed. So yeah, cheers everybody. Sorry about that. Having to end this evening slightly early for myself, but they will carry on racing. I'll get one more race in. Hopefully nice and clean. And it's normally amazing when I'm not there. So hopefully have a good time. Anyway, so yes, I will catch you next on Thursday. Penultimate round of the GT4 League on ACC at Hungaroring. So interesting circuit. Not sure how much overtaken there will be round there. But yeah, 2 races, 15-minute and a 30-minute race on Thursday, and then another round of the WTCR on the race room on Friday. That is from Zandvoort, 3 15-minute races. Kind of like tonight's format, but no qualifying for race 2 and 3. They are just reverse grids with. The grid from the previous race, but with the top 8 reversed. Races 2 and 3, so should be good. So yeah, I will catch you again on Thursday. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you all next time. So cheers, everybody, and goodbye.